Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about this article that says Star Wars needs to break free from the original trilogy. And from that headline alone, I have to agree. Because before I get into the article, my reasoning, before I'm potentially influenced by the article, the reason why I am saying that I agree with the headline so far is because Star Wars has so far about four eras in canon. The High Republic, right? The prequel era, the original trilogy era. I take it back, five. The era post Jedi, post Return of the Jedi era, but pre Force Awakens era, post Return of the Jedi era, and then the sequel trilogy era. Those are about the four main time, the four timelines that is in the Star Wars timeline under the Disney umbrella at this point. They didn't really touch the Old Republic timeline, which is why I didn't include it in the four timelines. But here's the thing. And I've used this argument before. Disney, Star Wars, or Lucasfilm, whatever, they want us to enjoy all aspects of Star Wars, right? The prequel, the original, the sequel, the time period between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and the High Republic, which I guess is 5 technically. And cool, that's great. They're doing stuff for the High Republic. They're doing some stuff. They have done some stuff for the Clone Wars era. And then shortly after, in the transitional era from the Clone Wars to the original trilogy era, right? They did things for the original trilogy era. And they're doing some stuff that is a transitional era, transitioning from the original to the sequel trilogy era. I feel like if they want us to, people like me, who has been mostly critical of the sequel trilogy era, then that's where they should focus most of their attention on. Right? Because us fans, we have stories that have been told in legends of the prequels and the original trilogy era. And some in canon too. We got stories told in the High Republic era. And the transitioning era period between the prequels, original trilogy, and then same can be said with the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. But we need more stories in the sequel trilogy if people like me, good stories too, if people like me is to win. To be won over. Right? I want to love more things in the sequel trilogy era. I do like aspects of certain things in each Star Wars movie in the sequel trilogy, but as a whole I am not a huge fan of the sequel trilogy or the era. Sure, I like that resurgence game thing that's in Battlefront 2. Sure, I may enjoy aspects of certain things from the movies. Sure, in isolation, I do enjoy The Force Awakens. Or we're just talking about isolation. But people like me, who's been extremely critical about the sequel trilogy, I don't really have much reason to go into the sequel trilogy again. Not unless if I'm going to review the movies on this channel again. Or take another look. But my point is we need more content in the sequel trilogy. And less content, less focus as of this moment in the original and the prequel. Since I said my piece, I would love, I know I said this before, but I would love to see, a series of Rey trying to boot up the Jedi Order, a series about Finn learning the ways of the Force from Rey, and then finding out who he is, being a resistant hero and Jedi. See a potential show about Poe Dameron. I don't even care if they're CG or live action. And then later on, a show that will, like, those three shows will lead into a revival of the Jedi Order, where Poe, Finn, and Rey co-work together to revive the Jedi Order. Who knows? I like something in the sequel trilogy more than what we got. More than what we got. We already got a lot of stuff in the original trilogy era. Movies, games, TV shows, books. So I think the original trilogy and the prequel era can have a break. The sequel trilogy is where they need to focus on a bit more, in my opinion. Trust me. Anywho, let's read. Audience now being treated to more Star Wars content than ever before. Trips to the galaxy far, far away are now incredibly frequent. In 2022 alone, fans has received 3 highly budgeted Star Wars shows. These are Book of Boba, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the current ongoing Andor, and soon to be Tales of the Jedi. However, these shows that they mentioned, being Book of Boba, Cassian Andor, and Kenobi, shows represent a larger issue with the Star Wars brand as a whole. Star Wars depicts such a vast universe with a rich, diverse history and a well of stories just waiting to be explored, as Nemo was trying to photobomb here. And yet Disney finds itself in a constant looping back to the worlds of the original trilogy. Star Wars trilogy is great, that's why it needs to be left alone. The original trilogy is almost universally beloved for a reason. It's a iconic tale told almost perfectly across 3 films. That has made a definite mark on pop culture. It is also a complete story, which is nice to revisit the world of the original trilogy since it isn't necessary. However, what started as an innocent trip to story that audience have adored for decades has almost become a sort of a nostalgia. It's not that these are bad stories. Hold on. Let me get Nemo situated. Sorry, I'm back. He wanted to get on my lap. And it's not that these are bad stories. A lot of Disney Star Wars is really quite good. Matter of opinion. It is subjective, not objective. But how many more times fans witness heroes on the Empire before it gets truly worn out? There's a whole universe waiting to be explored in Star Wars. The most tragic part of the Star Wars franchise, seemingly being unable to release itself from the bonds of the original trilogy, is that these are limited stories from other corners of the galaxy that are being ignored. So like Star Wars Visions is but a taste of the potential that the larger franchise could achieve. Fans know that the lore behind Star Wars goes back thousands of years and has potential to go thousands of years into the future. There's no need to circle around the set of films. There's glimmer of hope lays in some upcoming Star Wars projects, while shows like The Bad Batch will continue to explore the familiar conflict of the original trilogy. Other parts of the galaxy still hold promise. Little is known about Taika Waititi's still untitled Star Wars film, but the filmmaker has stated that he would like to take something new and create some new characters and just expand the world. Otherwise, it feels like it's a very small story. The original trilogy will always be some of the best Star Wars. But now more than ever, it's time for the franchise to move on. And even though I might have had like one small about this article, and that was saying that was the line where I was saying that a small portion of that was a subjective, not objective. About the Star Wars content being good. There's some Star Wars content being good that's good, and there's some Star Wars content that's But Star Wars, I agree with this article's point that Star Wars as a whole, it's about time that it moves forward. We don't exactly need every single show to come out, or every single game or movie, essentially, to come out in the prequel era or the original trilogy era. As most of you beloved, those who trilogies are beloved, it's about time we get something more things in the sequel trilogy era. We're getting more stuff in the High Republic era. Now, personally, I have yet to read any of the things in the High Republic, but I'm happy, at the very least, happy that they're branching out into a different era that's not the original or prequel with the High Republic, and I'm wanting that to happen again in maybe in the sequels, or maybe years after the sequels, thousands of years after the sequels. The Star Wars universe isn't only contained to the prequels or the original trilogy. And yeah, this article is right. If we keep on centering around the original trilogy era, the prequel trilogy era, then the Star Wars, I know they didn't mention the prequel, but I'm mentioning the prequel, that will essentially make the Star Wars universe feeling grandiose to feel small. It will feel very, very small. And I don't want the sequel trilogy, or not sequel trilogy, sorry. I don't want Star Wars to feel very small. I want to feel it to be big. I want to feel like when I'm watching Star Wars, it's a big universe out there. A huge universe with multiple different faces, more than what's potentially is on Earth, because Earth is a beautiful world. Trust me, it is. We are living on it. Nemo's on it. I'm on it. You guys are on it. Even the hater, even some assholes, they're on it. They even make the world beautiful. Strange enough, but Earth is just one planet, right? There's Venus, Neptune, Pluto, who may or may not be a planet, Mercury, the other planets that makes the Milky Way feel bigger, right? And the Milky Way is just one galaxy, right? And it has more planets. There's mostly more planets out there that we have yet to discover. And sure, you can say that they just made new planets in the original trilogy timeline for the shows that they mentioned in here. Sure. But it doesn't change the fact that they're making the Star Wars universe feel small by centering around just the original trilogy era. And, even though they didn't say it, the prequel trilogy era as well. Those two eras are good. And sure, to their credit, they're doing a High Republic. But like this article says, time for us to move forward. For us to move past the original trilogy era. We still don't know enough about the sequel trilogy characters. Make new content about them. Make content past the prequel era. The Skywalker saga. That's one of the things that made the Legends so beautiful. Because it didn't just center around the, like, take place in the prequel era. It didn't only take place in the original trilogy era. So it had stories started in the original trilogy era and the prequels, but that was something way before the events of the 6 Star Wars films happened. For example, the Old Republic era. And it dealt with stories that moved past Return of the Jedi. Right? And that's also what made Legends so beautiful. Because Legends made Star Wars feel like a huge, grandiose galaxy. For right now, I'm sorry, Disney. You're making the Star Wars galaxy feel small. Well, it should feel being big, not small. And I just want the Star Wars galaxy to feel big again. That's just me. And so, long story short, I do agree with this article. I thought it was going to sway me a little bit, and maybe it did a little bit from my original point, which is why I went to like my original point first besides reading this. But me and this article agrees. Overall, we need to break free from the original trilogy. We need to break free from the prequel and explore the other universe. Like, more than that. Still the sequel trilogy. There's still like years after the sequel trilogy we can do, or years before the prequels, like the High Republic, or like even further back, like the Old Republic. Or you can even make a new era, right? That doesn't exactly touch what was previously made. You guys know what I mean. But I have to agree. I have to agree with this article. And that's if this article coincides with the point I was making, like the point I was making before. In a way. Where I was saying before, let's focus more so on the sequel trilogy era. Because we don't know that much about the sequel trilogy era. We know quite a bit in the prequel and original era, trilogy era, right? And expand it years and years after, like, Rey wanna be a Skywalker is dead. After the characters who are still alive at the end of Rise of Palpatine, as I like to call Episode 9, are dead. With new characters, right? Disney, you have potential with Star Wars. And you're squandering that by just focusing so much on this one central timeline. And it's a shame. It's just a real shame, because I do want to see you guys grow and prosper. I do. But as harsh as this might sound, you guys will never grow nor prosper if you guys keep centering around the original trilogy or the prequel. Explore some more of the sequel trilogy. Yeah, the movies did not get good reception when they came out. No one else didn't get that much good reception from what I've heard when they came out. The prequels. And yet now they're loved. Partially because we got the like 2 versions of the Clone Wars. Both versions, in my opinion, are good shows. Why not do that for the sequel trilogy? Sure, you can say you got Resistance, but that show is like a hit or miss. That show's a hit or miss. And I just think that you guys can do better. I'm not saying that Andor sucks, because I actually do quite enjoy Andor. But what I'm saying is, do something more than just Andor. I want more, like, I mean, or the original trilogy, I mean, because, like, even though I am enjoying Andor, that doesn't take away the fact that I want things, like, more Star Wars content that's not in these prequel or original trilogy timeline. I'm just saying. I don't know if you guys are afraid that if you guys venture out, fans will throw like pitchforks at you guys. I'm willing to bet you guys, if your heart's in the right place and you create something new, and don't attack the fans like you did with the sequel trilogy, I'm willing to bet you. Fans would appreciate you guys. I want to have more respect for you guys. Will appreciate and respect the effort that you guys are doing. Trust me. I know I would. So, anywho, what do you guys think? Let me know in this comment section down below. I will also have the article in the pinned comment down below. But I'm going to shut up now. So, this little booger right here that you see right now can sleep. But with that said, love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I'll catch you guys later. And may the force be with us all.